Following the year 2015, Apsara Beauty Parlour had been inaugurated merely 6 months prior, yet it had already begun to be recognized among the most renowned makeover establishments in the city of Delhi. The proprietor of the parlour, Shweta Tiwari, was being esteemed as a makeover deity by the populace. The door of the parlour was gradually opened. Shweta observed a dusky-skinned girl. A young lady with a considerable number of blemishes on her face is entering inside.
Welcome. Could you please tell me your name? My name is Nisha, and I can see that your skin is in rather poor condition, but do not worry now. I will transform you into such a beautiful person that all the boys who have ever turned you down will be at your feet. That's precisely why I have come to you. Regardless of how much it costs, I will compensate you more, but please assist me in eliminating this unattractiveness. It will be accomplished. Everything will be perfectly fine. It's merely a 1-month treatment plan. Kindly come here after 5 p.m. tomorrow. All right, yes, ma'am.
The next day, Nisha got to the parlour.
Kindly close your eyes, my dear.
As soon as Nisha gently closed her eyes, she carefully placed cucumber slices over Nisha's eyelids. Then she took hold of the chair and gently guided her into a different room.
Please refrain from opening your eyes, Nisha, as they will begin to sting. Also, kindly avoid asking any sort of question.
Nisha stayed quiet while Shweta proceeded to open the refrigerator. She retrieved a container from within the refrigerator. Inside the solution, several cosmetics had dissolved, and then she began applying that solution onto Nisha's face. In just a few minutes, Nisha's entire face turned a deep blood red, and an enigmatic smile appeared on Shweta's face.
You will need to remain in this state for a full 30 minutes. You may rest if you wish, but under no circumstances should you open your eyes. Understood, Mom?
Shweta departed from that location, leaving Nisha utterly alone in the room. After keeping her eyes shut for such an extended period, Nisha had drifted into a slumber. In her dream, she found herself standing in an obscure place where not a single soul could be seen for miles around. Nevertheless, she observed 2 luminous, crimson-colored eyes.
Who's there, Mom?
As soon as this was heard, an extremely terrifying girl came directly up close to his face. Nisha suddenly awoke with an incredibly loud scream, and Shweta quickly entered the room.
What happened, dear? Why did you scream like that?
Nisha was unable to articulate even a single word. She was earnestly endeavoring to comprehend how she had ended up in such an extraordinarily peculiar room.
All right, half an hour has passed.
Allow me to wash your face for you.
Reena carefully washed Nisha's face, and when Nisha gazed at herself in the mirror, she observed a remarkably significant difference. A delightful smile gradually appeared on her face.
Your smile clearly indicates that you are quite pleased with the results. Yes, ma'am, it's only the initial day. You must continue to come for an additional 29 days consecutively without any interruption. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Nisha departed from that place. Following that day, numerous days elapsed, and slowly an entire month passed. On the final day, Shweta repeated the same process with Nisha. When Shweta positioned her in front of the mirror, Nisha was astonished to observe her radiant complexion and luminous, clear face. Her joyfulness was genuinely without limits.
I genuinely had absolutely no inkling that I could be this remarkably beautiful. I'm so delighted to see you, Nisha. Now, listen carefully. I'm giving you this bracelet. Consider it my heartfelt blessing. Certainly, Mom. Thanks a lot.
Upon her arrival back home, her parents were absolutely delighted to see her. Subsequently, a young man by the name of Ismail came to meet her, and he became completely enamored with her from the very first moment he laid eyes on her. Subsequent to that, Nisha entered into marriage and relocated to her in-laws' residence. Nisha is the sole individual in this world apart from my sister Mohini, so regard her as your closest companion.
Certainly, this is my family at the moment.
At that very moment, her gaze landed upon the mirror, and she observed the identical girl standing right behind her, the same one she had witnessed in her dream. What's up, hun?
Absolutely nothing whatsoever at all. Nisha was now observing that girl in every corner. She constantly felt as though someone was accompanying her at all times. She was unable to comprehend what was occurring to her. She desired to divert her attention from all of this in any conceivable manner. Sister-in-law, I'm thinking of making my brother's and my favorite black pepper chicken today. Can you help me a bit? It'll also help you pass the time.
Nisha proceeded to the kitchen alongside her. Mohini assigned her the task of finely chopping onions and personally placed the pan on the stove. Nisha was gradually chopping the onions when the girl abruptly appeared directly in front of her and then, quite unexpectedly, merged into Nisha's body.
Sister-in-law, is everything all right with you?
At that moment, Nishin suddenly turned her gaze to him. A strange kind of anger was clear on his face, and her eyes were radiantly glowing with a vivid red hue. Nisha walked up to him and his companion. She began to attack him with a knife.
A laceration was present on her hand and another wound on her shoulder. Mohini, clutching her hand, fled from that place.
Nisha began to lick the blood that was present on the knife.
Mohini halted immediately outside the house. Blood was steadily oozing from both her wrist and shoulder. She then proceeded to call Ismit.
Mother, are you present there?
What transpired, little one, that has left you so frightened?
What exactly transpired to inform my brother and sister-in-law? Did they surreptitiously launch an assault on me as well? Kindly come promptly.
He departed from the office precisely at that moment. Upon arriving at his residence, he observed Mohini standing outside. He requested Mohini to remain there and proceeded to enter the house. Nisha had already emerged from the kitchen.
Please come over here, my dearest one.
Nisha, what exactly has occurred?
I will let you know immediately.
Upon articulating those words, she rapidly sprinted in his direction. Ismit forcefully slammed the door closed. At precisely 12 Nasa midnight, a tantric practitioner was seated in the open field located behind the house. Anisha was situated within a circular enclosure. Who are you, and what is your intention with this girl? I will not disclose anything. I will not disclose anything. He carefully examined Abasma Nisha.
Who might you be, and what is your purpose in pursuing this young girl?
My name is Meghna. I was considered the most beautiful girl in my entire village. At the tender age of only 17 years, my alcoholic father viewed me as nothing more than a burden. He frequently beat me severely and wouldn't allow my mother to speak up on my behalf. One day, Shweta came to visit my house. Your daughter is incredibly beautiful, and you are jeopardizing her future in this village.
What exactly should I do? Send her overseas?
I want to adopt this girl. I will keep her in my parlor, teach her work, and arrange for her studies. My father placed his trust in Shweta and entrusted me to her care. Shweta brought me to the bustling city and provided me shelter in her parlor. Whenever I would drift off to sleep, she would sit by my bedside and perform mystical incantations. Then, without warning, she attacked me and drew my blood.
She removed it and placed it into a considerably larger vessel. I had already departed, and she would chant mantras over the visage of every less attractive girl while applying a mixture of my blood. She had blended such ashes into my blood that it never coagulated. I only comprehended that she is disseminating my beauty through the use of dark magic, utilizing my blood upon which the girl has cast an enchantment, and I possess the ability to do anything with it. That is the reason she ensures every girl wears a Rudraksha bracelet on their wrist, preventing me from approaching them.
You have been gravely wronged. I shall liberate you. Please tell me the location of your physical form.
I refuse to disclose that information to you. This girl must perish. Sounds of commotion.
Hearing this, The tantric placed his hand on Nisha's head and began chanting some mantras. Then he said to Ismit,
Her physical form is interred beneath a plant located behind the boundary. Excavate it and relocate it. She shall be liberated.
No, you will not do anything like that in this. Upon hearing this, he quickly fled from that place. He soon reached the parlor. Seeing a basil plant there, he gently uprooted it and moved it elsewhere. Then, he began to dig the ground with a shovel. In this manner, Nisha was attempting to escape from the circle, but she was unable to do so.
The sorcerer, you shall never possess the capability to completely destroy me.
Upon articulating these particular words, the spirit of Meghna vacated Nisha's body and vanished from that location. Nisha woke up.
Who are you, Baba? And what exactly am I doing here?
Subsequently, the tantric explained everything to Nisha and then proceeded to speak.
She possesses the capability to do anything necessary to prevent this. Her existence is at risk.
No, I absolutely refuse to allow anything to happen to her.
Who is it? He observed Meghna's spirit manifesting before him in an absolutely terrifying form. She forcefully knocked Yashmit down to the ground and swiftly climbed onto his chest. In the very subsequent moment, Nisha also made her way to the scene. She observed Meghna's spirit perched upon Ismit's chest, inflicting harm upon him. Nisha quickly escaped from this place. At that precise moment, Meghna turned her gaze towards Nisha, and Nisha felt somewhat intimidated, but she managed to suppress her fear and cautiously advanced towards the lifeless body. And the grass was not meticulously and carefully sprinkled upon it. Meghna's ethereal spirit ascended from Yashwant and hastened toward Nisha. Nisha grasped a matchstick and began to ignite it. Meghna's spirit was soaring rapidly through the atmosphere in her direction. It was merely a few steps away when the matchstick flared up, and Nisha promptly tossed it onto the lifeless body. Right after she executed that particular action, Meghna's existence began its inevitable conclusion. In less than a minute, Meghna's ethereal spirit transformed into smoke and vanished into the atmosphere.
In a picturesque town known as Shantipur, there resided a youthful girl named Mira. Mira's one side of her face was severely burnt, so she consistently covered that portion of her face whenever she ventured outside.
Hey, look, Mira, whose face is half burnt, is on her way to the temple to offer her worship to Radhe Shyam. One day, I am confident that I will definitely get an opportunity to see her entire face. She regularly goes to Shabana Beauty Parlour. I will need to inquire with the individuals at Shabana Beauty Parlour to discover what her face appears like.
Rahul and Pradeep were the sons of affluent merchants. They frequently used to mock Mira. Mira would disregard their remarks and silently continue on her path. Mom, I'm going to college. I have my exam in the shift from 3 to 6 in the evening. Dear, take an umbrella. It's very cloudy. An umbrella won't be of much use, Mom. Where will I carry an umbrella? When Mira came out of college after giving her exam, it started raining heavily. She had to stay in a shop for hours. When the rain stopped at night, Mira headed home. The streets were flooded, leaving the road empty. Suddenly, someone threw a small stone at Mira. Who did it? There, Mira quickly started moving forward. Suddenly, Rahul and Pradeep appeared in front of her.
Today we are going to observe your whole face.
Over there, Mira's mother was waiting for her. Mira returned home after several hours. Her face looked completely downcast. What happened, my dear? Why are you so delayed in coming home? She didn't say anything and quietly went to her room. Meanwhile, Rahul and Pradeep were drinking alcohol at their home late at night.
I have never encountered such a horrifying face, and I do not believe I will ever witness it in the future either.
Suddenly, someone unexpectedly and abruptly knocked on the door.
Who has come at this late hour?
Rahul opens the door, yet there is absolutely no one present. He closes the door and returns to sit back down on the comfortable sofa.
It appears as though it could potentially be a young child.
At that very moment, someone knocks on the door once more.
On this particular occasion, I will go.
Pradeep advanced to open the door. Standing there was an utterly terrifying witch, grasping a fiercely blazing torch in her hand. The witch seized Pradeep's throat with her horrifyingly sharp claws and commenced burning his face with the blazing torch. Upon Rahul's arrival at the entrance, he observed that Pradeep's face was engulfed in flames, and there was absolutely no one in the vicinity.
Gaurav, who exactly was responsible for setting you ablaze? I'm not entirely certain, but perhaps it might have been a witch. Please, quickly take me to the hospital. My face is burning intensely.
Rahul promptly retrieves the vehicle and transports Pradeep to the hospital. As he drives, Rahul notices that a woman is sprawled on the road.
Oh, who really cares? Just proceed. I absolutely need to take my friend to the hospital. It's becoming quite late.
The woman lying on the road seems completely unaffected. Rahul steps out of the vehicle and approaches her. Just then, 4 ghosts suddenly appear from both sides of the road. The 4 apparitions set the woman's sari ablaze. Subsequently, the woman begins to chase after Rahul.
Oh, why are you relentlessly pursuing me in this manner? Where are you going, leaving me behind, Rahul?
Rahul quickly runs away and hides himself behind a large tree. Suddenly, a horrifying face dangles ominously in front of him from above. The ghost tightly grips Rahul's hair and scorches his face. Oh, has he encountered his demise? Has he genuinely passed away? Rahul rapidly sprints towards the automobile and drives away hastily. The following day, Pradeep's father arrives at the medical healthcare facility.
Who was responsible for burning both of your faces? I'm inquiring about something. Don't you possess the ability to speak? Who inflicted this upon you? I am unable to fully comprehend anything, Dad. We made an attempt to catch a glimpse of Mira's face yesterday, and ever since that moment, I have no idea who has been pursuing us.
Pradeep's father arrives at Mira's house, knocks.
Your daughter severely burned my son and his friends' faces!
I didn't do anything like that. I was returning from college in that state when Rahul and Pradeep tried to forcefully see my face. They began attempting to snatch away my scarf, so I decided to remove it myself and revealed my face to them. I am who I am, and I have absolutely no regrets about being myself.
If you did not commit the act, then who is responsible for burning their faces?
I'm not sure. Pradeep's father calls a tantric and takes him to Rahul and Pradeep.
They're coming.
The fundamental essence of Korea is accompanying both of them. Be careful.
Rahul and Deepak have been released from the hospital, and they each proceed to their respective homes. Upon Pradeep's arrival at his home, he immediately fell into a deep sleep. At precisely 2 a.m., he abruptly awoke. Surrounding his bed were 4 mysterious witches, each grasping a torch while concealing their identities. The witches proceeded to ignite Pradeep's bed.
Please don't harm me! Don't kill me!
Pradeep quickly jumped out of his bed and leaped through the window, sprinting directly towards Rahul's house. Rahul encountered him right there on the street.
Did someone just ignite your bed with flames? Yes, indeed!
Both of them swiftly ran towards Shabana Beauty Parlour. The beauty parlor was still open for business. There was a lot of noise.
Is there anyone available who can assist us? Hello, is there anyone present here who can help?
Could you kindly inform me of your identity?
I am Vaishali. My spirit has been wandering around in this town for the past 50 years. Similar to Mira, I was also burned during a storm. Back then, this town was merely a village. One day, as I was leisurely strolling by, a group of ruffians, quite similar to you, attempted to forcibly view my face, and when I refused to reveal it, they lifted me up and hurled me into a well. I was unable to swim, and consequently, I tragically drowned. The spirit securely locks the entrance of the beauty parlor from the exterior and subsequently ignites the beauty parlor in flames. Rahul and Pradeep continuously shout from within, "Help us! Save us, please!" Once upon a time, there was a diligent farmer named Bunty, who resided with his beloved wife Pushpa in a quaint village. You have returned from the fields. Your garments appear exceedingly dirty today.
Yes, there was a lot of work in the field today. Please serve the food quickly. I am feeling very sleepy.
During the nighttime, while Bunty and Pushpa were peacefully sleeping, they suddenly heard the sound of someone persistently knocking on the door. Someone outside was melodiously singing, "Allow me to truly live while I'm still alive. Let me indulge in the pouring rain. Provide me with alcohol. Provide me with alcohol. Open the door. Provide me with alcohol."
Pushpa, did you happen to leave the door ajar today? It appears that the very same Devdas witch has returned to the village once more. Please hurry and secure the door.
Pushpa steps outside to inspect the door. However, the door was already securely shut. Pushpa listens intently with her ear pressed against the door, hearing sounds emanating from the neighbor's house.
The witch's horrifying voice was echoing. It appears the neighbor inadvertently left their door ajar. The witch has now intruded into their residence.
I can't understand when we'll finally be free from this ongoing witch problem. The village head seems to be doing nothing about it.
Suddenly the witch starts to knock persistently on Bunty's door. "Open the door and present me with some alcohol." The neighbor merely observed, refrained from providing the alcohol, and did not dance when I requested. Consequently, I ended up cutting his throat. "Proceed and hand over the alcohol to me."
Pushpa, what do you think will occur now that the witch has arrived at our home?
Do not be concerned. I have purchased a bottle of Sherak specifically for emergencies. Pushpa silently slides a bottle of alcoholic beverage under the door, and the witch accepts the bottle and departs. The following morning, there was deep sorrow in Bunty's neighbor's household. The witch has claimed the lives of my son and daughter-in-law, who will provide me with justice now. Monash Piti Chide consumed my son and daughter-in-law. Bunty and some men from the village approached the village head.
Respected Sarpanch Ji, why is it that you are not taking any action? For how much longer will we be forced to endure the oppressive tyranny of that Devdas witch? The villagers are compelled to keep bottles of liquor in their homes. We are struggling to have enough food to eat, so how can we possibly afford to purchase a bottle of liquor? Do not be overly concerned, for tonight we shall completely eliminate that witch.
All individuals, please assemble at the designated meeting location precisely at the stroke of midnight with your torches brightly illuminated.
That night, the villagers did not sleep and gathered at the meeting place with torches in the middle of the night.
Proceed, Hanuman, vast ocean of wisdom and virtue. Proceed, Hanuman, expansive ocean of wisdom, protect me.
The ghost hasn't even manifested itself yet, and your trousers are already getting drenched?
The villagers carefully and cautiously approached the mysterious figure.
Oh, this is not a witch. It is Bola, the village's notorious drunkard.
Suddenly a woman's sharp and piercing scream is distinctly heard echoing from a great distance away. Assistance! Assistance! The villagers quickly rush in the direction from which the voice is emanating. The witch was firmly grasping the necks of two women.
"Please dance now. I'm not skilled at dancing. I beg you, let us go. I earnestly plead, please free us. Show me your dance or else I'll strangle you."
What measures should we consider undertaking? Should we ignite the entire residence in flames? No, there are two women residing within the dwelling. If we were to set the entire house on fire, they would also perish. Let's move forward with this particular plan. Initially, we shall intimidate that witch. Listen carefully, witch. Leave this place immediately, or we will set this entire house ablaze and you will turn into ashes.
Proceed and ignite my existence. It was already engulfed in flames 4 decades ago. Having articulated this, the witch withdraws from those women and disappears completely.
Uncle, we should thoroughly investigate and uncover the events that transpired in this village 4 decades ago. Perhaps we can acquire some valuable knowledge about that witch. There is not a single elderly individual in our village who is able to provide any information regarding the events that occurred 40 years ago. There is an individual who is over 100 years old residing in the neighboring village. Perhaps he possesses some knowledge about the events.
Bunty and the village headman proceed to meet with the elderly gentleman. They informed the elderly gentleman fully about the apparition of Devdas.
Devdas, the captivating enchantress indeed, I do remember quite well.
Approximately 4 decades in the past, there existed an immensely affluent landlord by the name of Shyamdas residing within the village. His daughter was deeply enamored with a young gentleman belonging to a lower caste. Upon discovering this, the landlord had the young man killed because if his daughter were to marry someone from a lower caste, who would assume the responsibility? The connections would have been entirely severed. Following the tragic demise of the boy, the girl descended into a state of alcoholism. She aimlessly wandered from one street to another and eventually disappeared without a trace. No one is aware of her current whereabouts, and the landlord subsequently departed from the village as well, I believe. It is the spirit of that young girl who has metamorphosed into a witch and is now causing disturbances for all of you. The witch longs deeply for affection and love, so please address her with warmth and kindness. Uncle, this evening I will engage in conversation with the witch all by myself. Even though I am frightened, I will nevertheless undertake this task.
Bunty sat alone in the village square that night, and then the witch came to him.
I am not afraid. I have discovered everything about you. I am truly sorry for what occurred to you, but please do not trouble the villagers because of it. If any young man or woman in the village falls in love with someone, we will arrange their marriage. We will absolutely not permit any form of caste-based discrimination within our village. If 2 individuals genuinely love one another, they shall be united in marriage without taking their caste into consideration.
I truly wish individuals had been this understanding and compassionate 4 decades ago. Then I would not have had to roam around as a witch. You seem to be a genuinely compassionate-hearted person, and I am leaving this village with confidence in you. Please make sure that no one else endures the same fate as I did. With these parting words, the witch vanishes from the village for good.